Hi everybody, it's Anime Reviewer Girl and I have a new video for you guys today. And today's video is actually stemming from a previous video I actually did last week, which was actually based on if the US could actually produce an anime, or more so, the topic was more so if the US should cut ties with Japan and then produce their own anime based on Western cultures. And many of you guys said that if the US did create anything, it wouldn't be considered anime. So this actually made me think of the true definition of anime. And actually, for me looking it up, I use Wikipedia as my source. But I know Wikipedia, many people don't consider it should be used as a source because anybody could basically, write what they want on Wikipedia. But I used it anyway to really look at the definition of anime. And the definition that I got actually from it is that the word anime actually comes from the term animation in Japanese. And to be completely honest, in Japan, anime is considered anything that is animated. That's what it basically means. Doesn't matter if it comes from the United States, doesn't matter where it comes throughout the world, it is considered anime because it is animated. It is only in English speaking countries or countries outside of Japan that many people consider anime specific just to Japan, just to Japanese. Which, I mean, I guess it makes sense because it's based off of the style and also the art form that is used in Japan when it comes to anime or to animated features. That's what it basically stems from, is just to the style of which the characters themselves are drawn, but it doesn't have anything to do that is just specific to Japan. It's only outside of areas outside of Japan that specifically the term anime is used to describe any sort of animation that is coming out of Japan. So in that case, I also looked up the definition of cartoon because I know many of us like to argue that animes are not cartoons. They're something completely different. And yes, you can argue that it is because anime is in its own separate genre. If you look at anything, if you go to Best Buy, if you go to anywhere and you try to look up anime, it is its own separate genre. It is not lumped in with like Disney and things like that. It's its own separate genre. But I did decide to look up the definition of cartoon, and cartoon basically describes an anime. It's a motion picture that is animated, not based off real people or objects. That's basically what it is. And in many ways, you can basically use the terms, to me, at times you can use the term cartoon and anime both together. Just because but I feel like there's a reason why we as anime fans don't want to lump the two together, because when many of us think of cartoons, we do think of the shows that many of us watched as kids. I know for me, when I think of cartoon, I think of Rugrats, I think of Rocko's Modern Life, I think of Ren and Stimpy, I think of those as cartoons. But for many of us, when we think of anime, we automatically think of the shows that were so different from anything that we watched before, like Dragon Ball Z, Pokemon, Sailor Moon. Just naming a few, just because I'm naming the ones that many of us may have watched as kids that got us into watching anime. But in reality, the term anime means basically any sort of animation. Feel free to argue in the comments below whether or not you agree with this. By all means, I like reading your opinions on what you feel about what goes on in my videos or what I decide to discuss. But just from what I've basically looked up, and basically in Japan, like I said before, anime means any sort of animation, not just coming from Japan. It is strictly outside of Japan that we classify anime as something purely coming from Japan itself. There we go. That's the definition that I got. And that's kind of what I'm going to stick with for now. But I'm not going to lie, I still do like to classify cartoons and animes as two very separate things. But this is mostly just due to the fact of what I think of when I think of cartoon and when I think of anime. But I can strictly now understand why many people who don't watch animes automatically classify as a cartoon, because it is animated, and a cartoon as defined is anything that is animated, not regardless of the origin of which it is coming from. Doesn't matter. But yeah, Let me know what you think of this. Let me know what you think of this definition of anime. Let me know if you feel that the definition of anime is something completely different. But like I said before, anime is also just a genre. I mean, look at things like like Avatar and things like that were actually produced in the U.S. They're considered anime, but they didn't come from Japan. They literally were made here, but it's considered anime because of the style of which the characters are drawn. Right? It's so weird. Definition of anime to me doesn't have a. Sometimes I guess it doesn't have a pure definition, but just me looking it up now classifies it as the fact that we basically penned the term anime for any sort of animation coming from Japan. Simple, point blank. That's exactly how it is. But let me know in the comments below what you think of this definition. Let me know if you define it as something different. Let me know if you define it as very separate as anything from a cartoon, and let me know how you feel about the definition about the definition of cartoon as well. I would love to know what you think of it. All right, so that's my video for today. That's my discussion for today. I hope you guys enjoy it. I should have a video out for you guys on Saturday. Hopefully it is another review on a manga or an anime. Right now it's going towards a manga. I hope you guys enjoy it. All right, let me know what you guys think. Don't forget also to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos. If you're new to my channel, thank you so much for visiting and checking out my videos. Please subscribe. And if you're someone that's already subscribed to my channel, thank you for checking it out. And in the description box below, I'm going to have all links to my social media, Twitter, Instagram, my anime blog, and also my Ask FM. Feel free to ask me questions. All right, you guys. You guys have a great day, great week, great night whenever you guys are watching this. All right. Love all you guys. Bye.